Minor spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. Is minor, but for A Quiet Place, what is after them? Is that aliens? I'm assuming that's aliens. They never exactly say it, but I like that it's day 89 when it starts out, and these things look like straight up monsters. They look like they could have came out from the underground. They look like they could be just freaking demons. I'm assuming they're aliens. I'm pretty sure that's what the general gist is. That they came to Earth somehow. I have no idea. But overall, I saw A Quiet Place. That movie is excellent. I love that a husband and wife duo made it. John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. I think that's very cool that they tag team a movie. They should tag team in more movies because the creativity of this movie is amazing. The idea that you have to be so silent that these things are going to come and rip you to shreds within seconds if you make a sound. That is terrifying. I went to a movie theater here in Daytona Beach. First, for opening night, didn't think it was going to be packed. Super packed. Everyone, because we're freaking Americans and we need food for everything. Everyone had a bag of something. They were crinkling it. They were driving me crazy. These teenage idiots sat on the floor in front of us and talked to their friend. They snuck into the movie theater. Oh my God. I left, lost my mind, and I showed up the next day because you have to see this movie in silence. That's why I recommend for anyone watching this. See this movie with a non-hood rat crowd. No noisy crowd. Don't go to some crazy... Don't go to some area of the world where people have no manners. Go to an area of the world where people are practically dead when they watch this. Because silence is golden, especially for this movie. Overall, this movie is scary. It's not scary in the sense that you leave the house and you're scared of it. But it's scary while watching. It's scary sound-wise. It's one of those movies that are really loud. And it's great when they reduce the noise. Especially when when the character is deaf. They have this ambient sound when it goes to her. And then it cuts to just loud something. It freaks you out. The suspense with the sound freaks you out. I have many jump scares in this movie. Good jump scares. There's probably one. Actually, no, there wasn't a single. I don't think there was a single jump scare that was fake. One of those, like, it's not something worth jumping at. Like, I turn around and it was my best friend. Blah. Those type of jump scares. Or a cat just jumps out. I hate those jump scares. But this movie is very well paced. It starts out right into something that establishes everything. It starts with a prompt sound, starts with a character being deaf, it starts with a family dynamic, starts with what the enemy is, and it moves at a great pace to establishes what their situation is, where the setting is very well, and it lets you know every little I can't even say that term, every little detail of how they have survived thus far. They're a very smart family. And it also lays out the realistic problems with people having to live like this. And my only kind of flaw in this movie is I don't understand where everyone else is. There is a family. They establish that there are multiple people surviving within the area that they are. But for whatever reason, they don't really come in contact with anybody. I don't understand why. I don't understand it. The whole... Because in Walking Dead, if this is Walking Dead, everyone would be killing each other to steal their stuff. It's not like that in this world. For whatever reason, everyone knows that each other is around one another, but they don't interact. So I don't understand that aspect. But other than that, I love the setting. I think the setting is great, and I like that they established how many of the enemy is in their area. That plays greatly. And there's something else in this movie. This movie has an ending that Jeremy Jahns said he didn't like. And some other reviewers said he didn't like. And I thought the ending was spectacular. It's one of the coolest. It was like Whiplash, the movie. It was like a Whiplash movie ending to me. Where it ends on a cool note like that. Where it doesn't exactly have a specific ending, but it lets you know where it's headed. And it ends at a climactic moment. And I thought it was great. I thought it was done great. It doesn't end on a cliffhanger, really. It's not like, what's going to happen next? You know what's going to happen next. But it is at the climactic moment, and I thought that was very cool. Overall, this movie is excellent. It is scary. I think the monsters themselves, they could look a little cooler. They kind of look like the Stranger Things Demogorgon. But, yeah, this movie is an excellent, unique movie, and I like that these comedians are making horror movies. I don't know why, but comedians have sick, twisted brains. That's why they're good at comedy, and then they make horror movies that are excellent. So, go watch this movie if you haven't. Watch it twice if you have.